how's it going? It's Rachel. Welcome back to Moon Mystic Cottage. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about wax melts. I have been making wax melts for, a good year and a half now. Yeah, not quite 2 years, around a year and a half now as part of my small business. I sell them in my online shop and also at my farmer's market this summer. And while I'm talking a little bit about this, I'll share a little footage of me packaging some wax melts from like a good couple of months ago, excuse me. And I wrote up some notes here of what I sold at the farmer's market this summer, and then just talk a little bit about my plans going forward with my wax melts. So let's get started. So back in the springtime or early summer, I started packaging my wax melts differently, and I'll put a picture up on the screen here for you. I started using these craft paper little tubs, put the safety label on the bottom, a little piece of parchment paper on the inside, or like wax paper on the inside, and then the sticker on the top of them, and then you just take the lid off and there are your wax melts. And those containers of wax melts were about 2.3 ounces because I was taking my wax melts that I had already made and cutting them up and putting them in these tubs, mainly because the way I was packaging them was not a good way for them to sit on a shelf. They just weren't easily displayed. And so I wanted to redo the packaging for those. I offered my wax melts in that size, the 2.3. As I remade scents, like ones that I ran out of, or maybe a new one that I had that I needed to make, I made sure that those packages of wax melts were 2.5 ounces, which is kind of the sort of standard clamshell size that you would maybe find at Target or Walmart or from other sellers online. And so all of those tubs of wax melts going forward were 2.5 ounces. And then I also had my mini sizes, which again, a picture up on screen here. The minis are just an ounce. I sold my paper tubs of wax melts for $4 each, or you could do 3 for $10. And then my minis were $1.50 each, or you could do 4 for $5. Eventually, later on, towards the end of the summer, I started making a 5-ounce bag of wax melts in a wax melt brittle style, which you'll probably see happening in the video footage here of packaging the wax melts. And because I introduced those so late into the season, I only sold one bag of them. People didn't really pay too much attention to them, unfortunately. I had them nicely displayed on a shelf, but people were a little more interested in the smaller size. So during my farmer's market season, which was June to October, I sold 113 of the paper tubs, 29 minis, and 1 of the bags. So at $4 each for the tubs, that's about $452 in gross revenue. If I break it down into the 3 for $10, it was like $378. I think I did the math right on that one. I might have messed it up, but for the minis, that's $43.50 at $1.50 each. Or the 4 for $5, it was like $36.25. And then the bags, just the one, was $8. I believe I meant gross sales, not gross revenue. And I just went looking for my notebook where I have wrote out the cost of materials and stuff, and I can't find it right now. So that's a little bit of a problem. I will, if I find it, I will post on the video here what that all kind of comes out to. It is about over halfway through October, and right now I'm not really doing a whole lot with my wax melts as far as making more of them because of the farmer's market season basically being done, and I don't really get a lot of attention or views on my wax melts when it comes to my online shop. Etsy is a difficult place. And I actually want to start working on a standalone site. So I'm not doing a whole lot right now during the fall and winter in regards to making more wax melts. I do have plans to start making new scents of my wax melts because I wanted to start kind of reducing the amount of fragrance oils that I have because it's like 50 of them and it's just too many. And so I started, basically I made a list. I was grabbing my fragrance oils and thinking of like, okay, what scents would go well together, and was like smelling 2 or 3 of them together. And basically, yeah, I'm gonna be making new wax melt scents and renaming them because I want the names to be a lot more fun and sort of magical and like cozy cottage kind of vibes. So I think in like late winter, early spring is when I'll start making the new scents. So for right now, like what I have listed online is what I have available. And actually like my listings on Etsy have been expiring and I'm just kind of letting it be. Because I'm actually focusing more on crochet right now and working on patterns and things like that. So I think my Etsy shop is probably going to be shifting to crochet patterns rather than the physical product because, like I said, I want to start my own standalone site, probably a Square site because I already use Square. So that's kind of the plan right now. But yeah, I think that's kind of it for this video. I wanted it to be fairly short and just provide an update because I have not done a wax melt video for like a year, something like that. It's been like a long time and I feel bad about that because I wanted to share more of that and it's been difficult trying to work on it. I'll leave links in the description if you're curious about where I get my fragrance oils and things like that. It's 2 main websites that I purchase from, so if you want to check those out, you are welcome to. Please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!